welcome. This is Heidi's Homemade, and this is Flosstube number 49. And welcome back. It's been a little bit longer than I intended, but it still hasn't been as long as it has been. So, it is October 31st. Happy Halloween. And I'm attempting to do this video about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, hopefully before the neighborhood kids come home, and hopefully the dogs stay peaceful long enough for me to get through this video. They have stuff to chew on, so I'm hoping that they are content for at least 45 minutes or so. So, anyway, I have a lot of stuff to show. So we won't spend too much time before we get to all the stitching stuff. So those of you who have been watching my videos or know me, or whatever, welcome back. But I have finished my student teaching, and I am currently waiting for my school to process my graduation stuff, which means I'm still then waiting to be able to send in all my stuff to get my teacher certification going. Although I am also currently waiting to hear back about a job that I interviewed for at a local junior high, and I'm fingers crossed that I get it. They it seems like it's a yes. They're just waiting to see what happens. I think they're trying to push through my substitute teaching placement so that they can offer me the position first as a long-term sub, and then once I get my certification as an actual teacher. So yeah, it's kind of confusing, but it's a good thing. I finished my student teaching last week, so this week I've done a couple days of subbing through another school district. So yeah, there's that. And last weekend was also my last weekend at my second job. So I have had a little bit of free time, and which I have stitched all the things. I have been stitching, and more stitching. For those of you who don't know, I am located in Arizona, and it is just now starting to get a little bit cooler. We've had a couple cooler days. It's supposed to go up a little bit, and then it's supposed to go back down. So yeah, today it's something like 85 degrees, I think. Yesterday was really nice. It was like 70 degrees. It was beautiful. But yeah, so happy Halloween. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go ahead and go into stitching. I have some finishes. I would have had some fully finishes, except for my sewing machine has decided that it only wants to stitch backwards. I'm not sure what's going on with that. It's really frustrating me. I've taken it apart and cleaned it and stuff, and it still only wants to stitch backwards. And so I'm reluctant to say that I'm probably going to have to take it and have it serviced to find out what's going on with it and get it fixed, because I cannot not have my sewing machine. So a couple years ago that wouldn't have been a problem because I had multiple sewing machines, but now I only have the one, so it needs to work. So the stuff that I would have had fully finished, I can't because I haven't had a sewing machine to do it with. They are planned to be fully finished, they're just not yet. So there's that. Okay, so let's just show some finishes. And I guess my plans for how they're going to be finished once I can actually sew. Alright, so this one shouldn't be really a surprise because last time I talked to you guys, I was hoping to get it finished. So which stitch is finished. It's, she barely fits on there, but that's okay. I only need a 1/4 inch seam allowance because she is going to be made into a project bag. And I did not use the called for colors. I did change up the orange and the yellow, and I believe I changed the gray as well. Honestly, I think the only colors that are actually called for on here are the black and the white. But she is finished. I like how she came out. She came out fabulous. And so much black, so much black. So these two fabrics are what is going to go with her to make her into a project bag. So that way she can be used. And in case you're wondering, I will put interfacing on the back of her to protect the stitches before I make her into a project bag. So there's that one. Goes with it. All right, next up, I have finished Robins and Snow. I know, Halloween, snow. I am not a seasonal stitcher. I stitch whatever I feel like stitching whenever I feel like stitching it. So, I finished the sister pattern to this. I think it's the sister pattern. It makes sense to be the sister pattern. Robins and Stars, which I started for the 12 by 12. I finished that earlier this year and then went into this one, and now I have finished this one as well. So last time you saw this, if you can remember that back that far, I had finished this little robin guy. And these are all on 36 count raw with dots. This was the next one that I did. And the last time you saw this one, I was working on this one. I still had to fill in the leaves, put in the lines for the tree, the birdhouses, and I think I had to finish up the bird or something. I did abbreviate this pattern a little bit because there's like a little bit and then like a row of like lacy kind of stuff, and I just didn't feel I needed it, so I just didn't like put it on. Okay, and then this one was the next one I did. This one, I accidentally counted wrong when I went from the reddish color of the birdhouse up to this like Eve thingy. And so instead of taking it all out, I just left off the white of the snow that was supposed to be on top of the house and just abbreviated the pattern a little bit. It works. It still works. It's cute. Then the last one of the set is this one, which I just finished last night. This one, I think this one took me maybe 3 hours to stitch total, maybe. This one I also abbreviated a little bit because there was supposed to be like another row of the red like lacy stitch across the bottom, but I didn't think it really needed it because it has enough of like the pops of red in it that I didn't think it needed it on the bottom as well. So yeah, so that is Robins and Snow. And those I'm planning to finish just like I did. Oop, there's one right there in the little pillow with the white going along the outside. So I plan on finishing them the same way because to me they're like a set. So there's that. Let's see. The next thing that I finished was Crochet Gogo's Winter Joy. And last time I showed you that I had finished this one, the snowman, and I also had finished the Snow Place Like Home, and I was working on the winter or Welcome Winter one, and then the freebie. So I have finished all of those, and I had already started cutting these to fully finish them, and then my sewing machine decided that it wasn't going to work. So I have already cut them, so I will show you. This is going to be the backing. It kind of looks like snowflakes. And then, so I've got the ice skating, and this is on Cafe au Lait from my Vintage Needle Arts. Oh, I do not remember the name from Stitch Witch. I want to say it was like oatmeal or something like that. Yeah, I don't remember what that one was called. I know that it was very frustrating, and this might be the last time you hear this story, but because it was marked as an 18 count and it was actually a 14 count, so when I cut it, that's why it was so close. So there is the snowman. Oh, that shows up really good today for some reason. Let it snow. Okay. And then winter tree. The little truck is really cute. And then snow place like home. Okay, and then more of the backing fabric. I have snowflakes. Mittens. Welcome home. Ooh. Or welcome home. Welcome winter. It says welcome winter. And this was the freebie pattern. And I decided to make it the like bluish because there isn't a ton of this blue throughout the patterns. So I thought that it would give it a little pop of color. Plus, I was tired of stitching white. So yeah, so those all are done. They're just waiting to be sewn into their little pillows. So there's that. Then I also finished the Christmas in Blue. It's in my whips. There it is. I have finished 3 of the 4 patterns on this one. So this is Christmas in Blue, Lila Studio, and I have done now all of them except for the snowman one, and I'm still debating if I want to do the snowman because he's not my favorite. I did change the orange. So the orange was supposed to be a yellowy color, but I liked the orange with the blues. And this is on Mimosa Green 20 count. And the orange is called for in the patterns, just not on that pattern. So there's that. So that, I'm looking around, that is all of my finishes this time, which I think is quite a bit, actually. Let's see, put that there. So let's dive right in to my whips. And I have several whips because after I finished stitching on Witch Stitch, and then I finished, actually I think I finished Winter Joy, and then I finished Witch Stitch, and then I finished Robins and Snow, and the little sweater about the same time. So, I was just kind of flitting around, I guess, trying to figure out what I wanted to stitch on, and I feel like I have a lot of whips to show you, but I feel like I didn't stitch a ton on any of them, if that makes sense. So the first one I'm going to show you is Ink Circles, Aspen Mandala, and as usual, I should have pictures of what it looked like before. This one I put in a few more rows here, so I finished off what I had already had cut of this color, and then I started putting in the orange in the leaves up here. So I gave this one night of stitching. It was like, you know, like the length of a movie. That's typically when I give it a night of stitching, that's usually what it is. It's like a length of a movie. So that one is there. Let's see. Then I have Dream Journal Gothic from Heartstring Samplery. And this is the one that is Edgar Allan Poe, and it has a quote from the Raven on it. And this one, I gave it probably about the same amount of time, honestly. I think I gave it about an hour or so. A little longer than an hour or so. Actually, I think I gave it about the length of a movie. So, and this one I am planning on putting it, I put the needle through the, this one I am planning on making it into a journal, making it a book cover for a journal, so that is why I have it stitched in the very center of the fabric to make sure I had enough space. So I added in the rest of Wondering and most of Fearing. So, yeah, the letters go by pretty quickly. It takes longer for me to just set myself up to stitch it than it does to actually sit and stitch the letters. But I'm thinking I might leave this one out and stitch on it a bit more so I can get a bit more progress. I would like to have the whole quote done sooner rather than later. So I don't know what that means, because I stitch on whatever I want when I want, and you know, whatever. I have a goal, but not really, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so this one is Apothecary out of the 2022 Halloween Just Cross Stitch magazine. So that's the working copy that I made. And the last time you saw this, I was trying to decide what color I wanted to get or do for the sparkly part. And I sort of decided. So I actually took this to school with me a couple times and worked on it during lunch and added in the gold tags around the necks of the bottles. And then I added in the lighter blue color in this big bottle. And that is all I've stitched on it. So, but it took like my whole lunch hour to do the gold because it's metallic thread and it sucks. So, and I plan on using a different color metallic thread to do the spider web that goes from potions to the bottles. Because I think that the gunmetal gray color that I have for that would look really really neat with that. But it's very close to being done. Lupin, why are we growling? So, oh, I guess that was it. I'm like looking around for more pieces, and I'm like, oh no, that is it. So there is that. And then I put in some time on Autolane Stitchery Bewitched. This one, I think I did not realize how color blocked it really was until I started stitching on it. Because I'm not a huge fan of color blocking. I get bored. So this one has taken longer than I think it should for me to work on it. So obviously there will be the picture of what it looked like, and then here is what I have now. I've added in most of the bottom of her skirt, so the whole shape is there. Now I'm going in and adding in the different shades of blue. I think my next color is actually going to be the yellow that goes into the eyes and mouth of the jack-o'-lantern and then the windows of the house, because I think it's gonna pop and it will make me want to stitch on it more than just a bunch of different shades of blue. And I think this is haunted. I'm not sure because I did not keep a count of this one, but I think it's on 18 count haunted. Okay. That. And then next up is, I haven't touched this one in a while. And I hope I found a picture for that. I need to double check. But there will be a picture of what it looked like before. So this one is Under the Sanguine Moon by StitchSprout. And that is the only picture I have of it because it's little bitty. The stitch itself isn't little bitty. The picture is little bitty. So this is what I have. It goes like that. So I had the whole moon done, and it had been put on hold because I did not have. I don't think I had the 550 purple when I was stitching on this, so I needed to get some more. So obviously I have it because I have all of DMC, but so it was like put on hold. So I pulled it out and I put in the purple that surrounds the moon, and then the black frame that goes around it. So that gives me options of coming off of at different points to continue on that one. So now that I've got a little bit more going on that, I think that I want to stitch on it a bit more. I mean, I want to stitch on all of my stuff because otherwise I wouldn't be stitching on it. But there's some that I have put aside for one reason or another and has been sitting without being touched for a little while. And I kind of want to get to some of those again and work on them. Then the last whip that I'm going to show you is Haunted Mansion by Bendy Stitchy. And this was a start along that I did with my friend Melissa. And I am working my way through this one. there will be obviously a picture of what it looked like before. And here is where she's at now. I have the house finished. I'm working on adding in the side pieces, the tree and the top parts. And there's some little bat thingies that go over here, kind of filling in some of that white space, or purple space in this case. And then there's a bunch of backstitching, which I'm not super looking forward to, but it is what it is, and it's gonna look really cute when it's done. I just have to keep telling myself that. And I think it's gonna go pretty fast once I pick it up again. I did accidentally make a change. So the lights were supposed to have the same greenish yellow color, and I had accidentally stitched this one with the blue from the brickwork here, so I just went ahead and stitched that one also with the blue from the brickwork. So, but yeah, I really just have the tree and the frame thingy, this thingy on this side, and then the back stitching, and that's pretty much done. So yay for me that is going to be a finish soon, I think, if I pick it up again and continue working on it, that is. I am trying to make a conscious effort to finish stuff that is very close to being finished. Like this, I consider this one to being very close to being finished. So I will give that one some more love until it's done. And so maybe next time you'll be able to see that one as a finish. I'm not sure. So, next up, I do have some more fabric that I dyed, so I'm going to show you that. And then I have some haul, because I have not had haul in a while. So, I actually have quite a bit of haul to show you guys. So, I'm kind of super excited about it. So, anyway, I did some more dyeing. So I'm going to show you those. So first up, I have this very pale sky blue color. Just got a thread on there. That I am kind of halfway thinking about doing this one again, simply because it is very pale. And I wish I had a little bit more modeling on it, because all the modeling somehow ended up like right here. I don't know. There's a little bit over in the corner over here, but yeah, I want to try, I think, doing this one again. So, unless I happen to come across something that I really want to do in like a sky blue color. Then the next one is a minty green, and this is 18 count, so through the dyeing process it's probably closer to a 20 count at this point. So let's see, this one is a mint green, and it's got some movement. I do like how this one came out. I think it would be really cute for like Christmas ornaments. It's definitely got a bit of movement in it, which I like. And I ironed it, and then I set it on top of my stack of whips, and so it got a little bit, a little bit of a crease in there, but that's okay. It's not going to bother anything. Let's see. And then the next one is another green color. This one is like an army green. And I like the modeling that came out on this one. This one I think also would be good for a Christmas ornament, or like a Halloween type of thing, because the color, it's actually reading fairly true. It looks a little more gray, I think, on the camera than what it is. Okay, and then I have this one, which I did do twice. This one was a blue color, and I added a purple color on top of it. No, this one was a lime green. Oh yeah, this one was like a lime green. It was really bright, and I didn't like how bright it was, so I added purple on top of it thinking that it would look cool, and it does. I actually enjoy how it came out, so I'm very happy with how that one came out as well. Again, these are all started out as 18 count, but now they're probably closer to 20. Here is another pinkish color one. And this one also was dyed twice. This one was an apricot color, and I put another deeper pinkish red on top of it, and I think it came out nice on that. I have a couple pink fabrics now that I'm going to have to figure out what to stitch on it for pink. Nothing is like springing to mind, but I don't know. We will see. And this one is, for some reason, has like splotches of pink on it. I'm not really sure how that happened. I might end up doing this one again just because of those splotches. This one was actually done twice. It was a neon yellow the first time it came out, and then I put a brown on top of it, and for some reason, I think maybe the brown broke a little bit because you can see like little specks of purple all over it. So I don't know, maybe I'll take a purple or a pink and add it to it and see how that goes. But those are my latest dyeing adventures, in case anyone was wondering. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's fun. I have a yard of 18 count Aida that I'm getting ready to cut up and do some more. Hi, Lupin. Hi, Lupin. You want to say hi? Here's Lupin. Oh, don't touch stuff. Yes, I know. I know. Yeah, I know. I'm talking to the box. Yeah. All right. Get down. Get down. Get down. I know. I know. I know. I know. Okay. Get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. Good boy. Good boy. Did you already finish your bone? So yeah. So on to haul, because I'm excited that I actually have something. Oh, let me pause. Okay, sorry, they were starting to play and get loud, and when they play, they growl and bark at each other, so, yeah. There's that. Okay, so, first off, hi, Lupin. First off, I went to the attic, a couple weeks before school was done, because I stopped after school, because I got out of school at like 2:15 and they closed at 4, so I had enough time to swing by, and it was just a few blocks away. I shouldn't say that. It's not a few blocks away. It is a few blocks out of my way from where I was driving from. So I stopped at the attic and I picked up a couple things. I was good. I only spent like $40. So I picked up a package of 20 count Rustico Aida in oatmeal. And at the time, I had a few thoughts in mind, but I think I know what I'm going to put on this. And I'll tell you at the end, because it's in patterns further down. So yeah. So I picked up that, and I picked up Blue Flower Bees in the Greenhouse, because I signed up for Jingle Ball. And the Blue Flower, she's doing a class on how to put this type of thing together. So I signed up for that class. I hadn't done a class before, so I just got the email a couple days ago with the pattern on it. I need to print it out so I can start working on that once I figure out what I'm going to put it on. So I really like the shape, and I really like all the flowers on this one, and the fact that it is like a little greenhouse. And I had been eyeing it for a while, and they had it, so I picked it up. So the blue flower, bees in the greenhouse, and it's got all the different panels of the different types of flowers, which I think is going to be super pretty. So there is that. The next thing I got at the attic, or the last thing I got at the attic, I only got 3 things, is this one. It's called Witching Hour Nature Walk, and this is by Sprouting Lupine. And I had never seen this one before, but it's very, I don't know why it looks, it's like blurry when it's over on like this side. I don't know why. It's very much kind of the witchy kind of look, and I really like it. So I might see if I can't dye a piece of fabric to look like that. Challenge accepted. So, and because it wouldn't take much, it's only, because it'll be on an 18 count, so it's only going to be a little over 3 inches by a little over 4.5. So, yeah, it's, yeah. If I can get a piece that comes out looking something like that one in there, I think that would look really cool. Alright, so then I ordered a couple things from 123 Stitch. And the first thing I got was Bendy Stitchy pendulum board. I've been eyeing this one for a while too, so I went ahead and got it. I don't know if I'm going to do the colors. I might change up the colors. There's only 5 colors anyway, so yeah. Then I got Waxy Moon Designs Christmas Littles. This has been in my wish list for a while, and I've been, let me put it over here, and I've been wanting to do some more ornament type things. And these actually, instead of doing little pillows, I might actually do the little flat finishes, because they would be just little ornaments, and I think they're really cute. There is a ton of colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. $20, 21? 21 colors. 21 colors in these 6 little pieces. Okay. That's okay. I can do it all in DMC, and I have all the DMC. So, there's that. And then, since this has been on my wish list for a while, and I went ahead and got the Hive Rules by Primrose Cottages. And I do intend to... Oh, I just now realized that there was a bonus chart, because I saw it in the screen and I was like, oh, what's the bonus chart? I've seen that before, so I don't know why that should surprise me, but I guess I didn't realize it was with this one. So I got Hive Rules because I really like this one. I love the color combination of this one, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and get the other bee thingies that go with this color scheme, because I've been eyeing them for a while and I really, really like them. So there's that. Okay, so let's see. I bought some stuff on Amazon. So, I'm sure by now that everyone has probably seen this book. It came out, I don't know, like a month or so ago. And I'm like, when I can afford to get that, I'm going to get it. Because just from like the preview images of the stuff that was on Amazon, I was like, just from those, there's like 2 or 3 things that I would stitch. So I got it, and I am so happy that I did, because I love so many patterns in this book. If you would like, you know what, I'll just plan to do it. I'm going to do a flip through of this one and the next one I'm getting ready to show you on another video. That way, if you would like to see what's in this book and what's in the next book, you can watch the video on its own. And you don't have to sit through the whole thing here. So this, yes. Anyway, this is Magical Cross Stitch by Lindsay Swearingen. She is the author of Creepy Cross Stitch, which I also have that book as well. And like that's the preview images. I think the first one I'm going to do is actually going to be this one. So I'm really, I love that book. I am so ready to start something new, but I'm also trying to limit my projects. So I'm under 35 whips. I'm at 34 whips. And if I can get it down to 30, then I will allow myself to start a thing or two. So that is the plan. The next book that I got is Witch's Kitchen. And this is by Maggie Smith. And these are a bunch of like kitchen posters. And they are designed in one color, so that way you can choose what color you want to make it to go with your kitchen. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different designs in here. So, like I said, I will do a flip through of that on another video. Let's see. I picked up, oh, you know what? I did get one other thing at the attic. I got the Christmas edition of Just Cross Stitch. There are a few in here that I could see myself doing this year. But as with any of these type of ones, I always hang on to the special edition ones, because if I don't like it this year, chances are next year I'm going to find something that I do like. So, because our tastes will change. Or I might have a purpose to make something, like a smalls exchange. So, then I bought some stuff on Etsy. And so, yeah. So this is what I got. So last year at the Jingle Ball, I had not done any of the Satsuma Street ornaments. Okay, so I had gotten the set that came out last year, the new set that had the 4 calling birds in it. This one is the 2 turtle doves. So this is year 2, I guess. I do intend to get all of them, and I'm curious to see what she comes out with for the 5 golden rings, and the other ones that go with that, because she does like a Santa, and then like something cutesy, and then like a Mrs. Claus type thing, and like one of the 12 days. So this one is Tree Topper, and keep in mind I have not fully finished any of these yet. I have finished them with all the beading and everything. I went to look for my X-Acto knives yesterday, actually, and I have 2 or 3 of them, and they're all missing. So I'm gonna have to pick up a new X-Acto knife. And it has 2 turtle doves. Mitten Kitten. I love how bright and colorful these are. They remind me of the 80s so much. And since I am a child of the 80s, it makes sense. So then I got from Tiny Modernist, I got Moon Phase Bell Pull. And this surprisingly has more colors than I would think it does, but I need to look into getting some. I think I would want to do it on like a navy blue maybe. And I think I might have some navy blue if I have a big enough piece. So there's that. And this has been in my cart for a while, the Witchy Stitcher Poisonous Plants. So I went ahead and got that. I don't know if I would do it on black. I might do it on like a dark gray. I don't know. It depends on how some of these colors would look. Otherwise, I'll do it on black. I don't care. Black doesn't faze me. All right. Next up, my last set of stuff that I got was from the Little Stitcher, which is one of the reasons why I was trying to finish up the Robin series, because I want to start something new, but I'm like, I'm not going to allow myself to start a new thing from her until I finish something that I already have started. So that way I only have one Little Stitcher project going at a time. So I got Magic Mushrooms, and this one actually came with a extra free pattern here. And I think I have enough of the 20 count to do these on it, along with the project that I already have planned, which you'll see in a sec. So this one, the next one that I got is Winter Animals 3. I really liked the little hedgehog and the wolf. I will probably end up getting the other 2 that go with this set, but just obviously not that day. So I have some more of the rustic with dots, so I might be able to start this sooner rather than later. So yeah, they're really cute, and I love her little animals. The little chipmunk up in the corner, this little guy, he's so cute. So yeah, there's that. And then, last but not least, History Witches 2 is what I plan to use this for. So I don't know if, so I have the first one, and I have a piece of mustard colored fabric that I really liked to go with it, because one of the witches had like $9.19 for her skirt, and the mustard color really popped on it. It looked awesome. But it wasn't enough fabric to do the whole thing on, and my initial thought was to do each one as a bookmark. So then I would have 8 witches total, so I could make 8 bookmarks. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do them all together or how I want to do it. So I think, and it would also be relevant to do like one set and then another set, and just leave off the words, because the words are a little awkward. A friend of mine, when she stitched the first one, she changed it to say historical witches, which I think made a little bit more sense. Like, I kind of want to use the line from Taylor Swift's song that says, "They're burning all the witches, even if you aren't one." Here, I would just have to chart it out to make it work. So, I don't know. But I'm thinking, I know that this piece will be enough to put this on. And I might pick up another piece to do the other one on. I don't know. I don't know how I want to do it, honestly. I was just thinking that I really kind of want to start one of them. And I have the fabric to do it with. So we will see. I don't know. So that, my friends, is what I have for haul. I have, since I've had the time, I have been watching a lot of Flosstube. So let me pull up my notes here, and if I look weird, I'm sorry, because I am just trying to pull up my notes as to all of the different Flosstubers that I've been watching lately. So I'm just going to run down the list, because there's a lot of them. Two Needles Pulling Thread, Lila Stitches, M. Kissa Creations, Sunshine Stitchers, Sable Stitchers, Geeky Witch, Savory Sewing, Stitching NT with B, which I love her videos. Anyway, Brenda and the Cereal Starter, Stitching by the Shore, Just Keep Stitching, obviously. Sarah Stitchery, Stitching with Sandy, It's Only Stitching, Sarah Stitches, and Contented Needleworker Kim. So, I'm pretty sure there's other ones that I have watched recently that I did not find on my history list to pull over into my list, but I will list all of them below. If you are interested, they are below in the description box. Some of them are new to me. I had seen just one or two episodes of, and some of them I watch religiously. So, and some of them I will be starting to watch religiously. So there's that too. Yeah, I don't know. I have AZ Stitchers this Saturday, so I am excited to not have anything else to do other than go to AZ Stitchers and stitch. So there is that. That is pretty much my only plans. Yeah. Then a couple things that I worked on, I do want to pull out again to see if I can't get a little bit further on or finish. Especially that Haunted Mansion. I feel like if I gave it just a couple more days, I could probably have that one finished. The thing that's going to slow me down on that is going to be the backstitching, because I hate backstitching, but I know it's a necessary evil on that one. It's going to look so cool when it's done. Let's see. Fingers crossed that I hear back from the school that I interviewed with about the position. I'm hoping to hear back any day now. I talked to them this morning. And so I think it's just a matter of some stuff falling into place. And, yeah. So I have officially finished my second master's degree. And, yeah. And a lot of stitching going on. I feel like that's pretty much all I've been doing the last few days. Because I didn't sub yesterday or today. So I feel like that's all I've been doing. Just stitching. Stitched on this, and I stitched on one thing in the morning, and then I stitched on something else in the afternoon, and then yeah, so yeah. And now that I'm actually finishing and wrapping up my video, now the dogs are finally laying and being nice and just laying. And just laying there. So, anyway, that will change in the next 5 minutes when boyfriend gets home and they get all riled up. So, it's a good thing I'm wrapping up now and not 5 minutes from now. So, thank you again for watching. If you have subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. I definitely appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, why not? And then see you next time. I don't know. I always shoot for 2 weeks. Here lately it's been more like a month. And maybe that might be a more realistic thing for me going forward, is doing a once a month video. It just kind of depends on how much I have to show and what kind of time I have. It was an experiment today to see if the dogs could handle being quiet long enough for me to do a video. So now that I know that they can pretty much handle it, that will help me make decisions going forward. But yeah, so until next time, have a good day. Bye.